Most of us are taught the value of sportsmanship from a very young age. It's an important lesson, given how intensely heated competitive sports can be. Being respectful, win or lose, is the best way to ensure that cooler heads will ultimately prevail. Most of us learn that lesson, but not everyone puts it into practice. And to showcase just that, we've brought you the top 15 most disrespectful moments in sports history. Number 15. Cole Hamels welcomes Bryce Harper to the majors. To the most casual baseball fans, understanding the endless array of unwritten rules to the game is daunting. Seriously, we never know what's going on. Which is why I was stunned to hear people in the media defend Phillies pitcher Cole Hamels for plunking Nationals rookie Bryce Harper in May 2012. And although we did appreciate the refreshing honesty, we were even more stunned that Hamels happily admitted he hit him on purpose. Talk about disrespecting a rookie. Number 14. Ed Reed is unimpressed by the play of Ed Reed's quarterback. It's no secret that Ravens quarterback Joe Flacco doesn't get much respect from inside or outside of Baltimore. Addressing the contract situation with running back Ray Rice before their franchise quarterback really says it all. But being questioned by the media and being last in line for contract talks is one thing. Being called out by your teammates is another thing altogether. Despite leading the team to a division-winning record in the regular season and taking the team to the AFC Championship game, Ravens safety Ed Reed wasn't impressed with his quarterback. So naturally, he decided to take his problems with Flacco's play to the media in the days before the squaring off with the Patriots. Number 13. Anisimov's sniper move. When you hear the phrase, "act like you've been there before," Rangers forward Artem Anisimov's actions after scoring a shorthanded goal in December 2011 are exactly the type of thing it's referring to. In a game against the Lightning, Anisimov celebrated the goal with a sniper one-gun salute, and unsurprisingly, the opposition didn't take too kindly to the showboating. You're a forward in the NHL. It's your job to score goals. Generally, I'm not in favor of players jumping off the bench to engage in a brawl, but in this instance, I feel like Steve Downey had a moral obligation to do so. Number 12. Meta World Peace keeps laying it on James Harden. Lakers agitator Meta World Peace earned a 6-game suspension for elbowing the NBA's 6th Man of the Year in a game against the Thunder at the end of the 2012 regular season. Then, when the Lakers met the Thunder in the playoffs, MWP again made headlines by informing the media that he had no plans to shake Harden's hand because he doesn't lower himself to shaking the hands of substitutes. Well, because what goes around comes around, the Thunder knocked off the Lakers with ease and eventually moved on to the NBA Finals. MWP wasn't done with Harden, though, tweeting that he was no brain all beard during the Thunder's Game 3 loss to the Heat. Number 11. Serena Williams loses it. Nobody ever likes the officials in a game, that's a given, but they are there for a good reason, because without rules there would be chaos. So as much as an athlete doesn't like an official or disagrees with a call, he or she is still required to treat them with a modicum of respect. Serena Williams may have recently won Wimbledon, but she completely lost it on a line judge at the US Open in 2009. Williams was upset with a foot fault that was called on her and launched into a profanity-laced tirade that was capped with a death threat. I don't think Miss Serena was serious about the death threat or anything, but it's just good practice to avoid them altogether. Number 10. Vince Carter's leapfrog dunk on Frederick Weiss. In a game against France during the 2000 Olympics, Dream Team member Vince Carter unleashed this super dunk on Frederick Weiss. It also hurts the ego to get dunked on, but Carter leapfrogging over the 7'2" Frenchman on the way to the basket probably made it hurt a lot worse. Weiss was selected 15th overall by the Knicks in the 1999 draft, but never played a game in the NBA. Perhaps it was Carter's "welcome to the NBA" dunk that changed his mind? Number 9. High school coach's taunting earns him a suspension. High school kids are expected to be impulsive and make poor decisions. That's just how teenagers operate. It's up to the adults in their lives, parents, teachers, and coaches, to set a good example. Unfortunately, sometimes these adults fail miserably at this. In October 2011, Felipe Barrera, the linebacker coach of the Mission Sherryland Rattlers, celebrated a win over the Donna Redskins by taunting the opposition with a crotch-chopping gesture. The incident earned him a suspension and was sent to the local athletics committee for further review. Number 8. Kemp dunks on, then taunts Lister. Sean Kemp, then of the Seattle Supersonics, delivered a dunk on Alton Lister, then of the Golden State Warriors, in the 1992 playoffs that is widely regarded as one of the most brutal of all time. Not only did Kemp leap over Lister, knock him to the ground and score 2 points in the process, he celebrated by kicking Lister while he was down with some hilarious taunting. Number 7. Almost every touchdown celebration in football. I couldn't just pick one touchdown celebration because everyone would be freaking out about every other touchdown celebration that has rubbed them the wrong way over the years. Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, Stevie Johnson, and Deshaun Jackson are just some of the frequent offenders over the years. Number 6. Scottie Pippen bowls over Patrick Ewing. Legendary Bulls forward Scottie Pippen had plenty of memorable moments during his NBA Hall of Fame career. Unfortunately for legendary Knicks center Patrick Ewing, one of Pippen's greatest moments came at his expense. In Game 6 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, Pippen's in-your-face dunk on Ewing was the highlight of the Bulls' 93-79 victory over the Knicks. Pippen later described it as, "Probably the easiest dunk I ever did." Ouch, dude. Number 5. Larry Johnson to coach. Have you Googled my dad? When the Chiefs hired Todd Haley in 2009, it's safe to assume that then running back Larry Johnson wasn't too impressed. By late October of that season, and following a 37-7 loss to the Chargers, Johnson decided to take his grievances public. Johnson tweeted, "My father got more credentials than most of these pro coaches. Google my father," and then followed up with, "My father played for the coach from Remember the Titans. Our coach played golf. My father played for Redskins briefly. Our coach? Nothing." Ooh, Larry, nobody misses you. Number 4. Lucic busts on Bellows' penchant for biting. In June 2011, Canucks Alexander Burrows made headlines for biting the Bruins' Patrice Bergeron during a game in the Stanley Cup Finals. The incident was clearly visible, but Burrows didn't receive a suspension for his cannibalistic tendencies. A few days later, Bruins tough guy Milan Lucic taunted Burrows over the incident, waving his fingers in his face after being pulled apart during an on-ice brawl. Number 3. Brandon Marshall passes to Jay Cutler's face. Since the Bears traded for quarterback Jay Cutler's former Broncos teammate Brandon Marshall in the offseason, it seems the two are still on good terms. This despite Marshall celebrating his Dolphins touchdown against the Bears in November 2010 by chucking the ball at Cutler's face after the play. Number 2. Deshaun Jackson's jackass move. In November 2011, disgruntled Eagles receiver Deshaun Jackson made one of the only meaningful contributions to the team he managed all season. In a game against the Giants, Jackson made a critical 50-yard catch in the second quarter, and then, in typical Deshaun Jackson fashion, he nullified the play by taunting the Giants' sideline after the catch. Number 1. Aaron Asham's lights-out hit on Jay Beagle. When the Pittsburgh Penguins and Washington Capitals met in October 2011, it was clear that both teams were ready to throw down. The play had been physical all game, but things didn't get serious until Caps forward Jay Beagle dropped his gloves and decided he wanted a piece of then Pens enforcer Aaron Asham. Asham happily obliged because that's what he gets paid to do, but Beagle's decision to pick a fight with Asham was definitely a head-scratcher. Asham made quick work of Beagle, and after he dropped him to the ice, he taunted him with a go-to-sleep motion on the way back to the bench. That's it for today's video. If you have anything to add, let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to join us next time for more of such interesting content. Goodbye!